Video we are going to study program status word register and other registers of 8051 in detail. Uh, as we know, each and every register of this 8051 is bit or byte addressable. So here we can program all these registers bitwise also. And programming of this register we have seen in IO programming of 8051. In that video we have seen how to program for timer and counter registers of 8051. Here PSW program status word register is there. So there are total 8 bits. Out of 8 bits, 7 bit is carry flag bit. It is used when any arithmetic operation generates the carry, then this carry flag bit will be 1. Then AC is there, which is auxiliary carry flag, which is used specifically for BCD arithmetic operations. Then this is user flag 0. This is RS1 means register bank select 1 bit, register bank select 0 bit. Now here RS0 and RS1, these 2 bits are used for selecting the register bank out of 4 register bank. We have seen already that 8051 contains 4 register banks. So out of that 4 register bank, which bank to select for reading or writing operation. So for that purpose, these 2 bits are used, RS0 and RS1 bit. Here with these 2 bits, it will be having 4 combinations 0001110 and 11. So here all these 4 combinations will select one of the register bank of 8051 at a time. Now next bit is, yes, it is given here also, that select bank register bank 0 if RS0 and RS1 is 0. Otherwise 0 for 01 it will select bank 1, 10 bank 2 and 11 bank 3. Now the next bit is overflow flag bit. It is used in arithmetic instructions when the given uh, uh, arithmetic operation uh, gives you result which is not which we are not able to store in the given register, means it is out of size of register, then this overflow flag will be generated. The next bit is reserved for future use, so it is not descripted at all. Then the zeroth bit of this PSW status word register, it is nothing but parity flag used to check the parity of register A. A register means it is accumulator register, and since if the value is 1 for this parity flag, then it will be using odd parity, otherwise it will be using 0 even parity. Now here everywhere it is given that it is bit addressable as PSW0. PSW dot 0 means you will be able to address which bit? This parity flag bit. If you are using PSW dot 2 means you are talking about this overflow flag bit. And same way for carry flag, the PSW dot 7, this 7 bit will be used for carry flag. So each and every bit is addressable in 8051 microcontroller. Now we'll go for the next stack and stack pointer register. So here this is actually internal RAM organization of 8051. As we know, internal RAM is divided into 4 register banks, bank 0, bank 1, bank 2 and bank 3. Each bank is consisting of 8 registers. So here R0 to R7, these first 8 registers are from bank 0. Similarly, bank 1, bank 2 and bank 3. Now here every register is bit addressable. So here bit addresses are given for each and every register. And here we are it is given that general purpose RAM is located from this 30 to 7F. So this is internal RAM organization of 8051. When we go for stack operation, here some stack operations are given, means storing data onto the stack. When you are going to store the data, then automatically the stack pointer will be incremented and the data will be stored into internal RAM location. When you are getting data out from this stack, then the data will be data will be out from this particular location of the stack, and once data is out, your internal RAM location means actually the stack pointer will be decremented, and now it will be accessing the internal RAM location, which is addressed as 07th location of internal RAM. So like this stack operation is done. We know how stack works. So same operation, but it is with respect to what? It is with respect to internal RAM locations of the stack. Now there are some special function register. Already we have seen about this, the special function register. But what was the remaining? The addresses of these special function registers were remaining. So here it is given the address of this accumulator is nothing but 0E0, means it is uh, all the registers are there where in internal RAM address. So each and every register will be having some internal RAM address. So that address is given here for accumulator. The internal RAM address is 0E0. Then for DPH and DPL, we have used this in programming also. Assembly language programming of 8051. So there we have used this DPL address, RAM address is 82H, and DPH RAM address is 83H. For interrupt enable control, the RAM address is 0A8. Similarly, for PCON register, it is 87, PSW, it is 0D0, SCON 98. So like this, for every register, some RAM address is there. We can access that register by using directly the RAM address. And again, in each of the address, 8 bits will be provided, and which you can use bit addressable we have seen. So we can use the each and every bit of the particular register. We can set or reset that registers. Here it is given, we have already studied this, that TL0 and TH0. So these are the timer 0, lower byte and upper byte, and TL1 and TH0 is timer 1, lower and upper byte. Now this is the port pin circuit. We should not go into details of this, just if you know the numbers of the port pin, that will be fine. Only port 3 is having some different pins which are used for actual serial and parallel communication. So we'll go for that. Already we know that port 0 and port 1, they are having, port 2 is also there. So these three are having port 0 and port 2. These two are having the address bus pins. Then port 0 is having data bus also, and port 3 is dedicated for all these pins. So it is serial data input is RxD, then serial data output is TxD, transmit data. Then INT 0 and INT 1, these are external interrupt 0 and 1. If we want to enable this, we can send such signals on these pins. T0 and T1 external timer 0 input, external timer 1 input. So these are the T1 and T0. WR and RD. This is external memory write and external memory read signal. Now as we go into details, TMOD register contains whether you are going to use timer 0 or 1 timer. So that will be coded or programmed through this TMOD register. For serial data input and output, we will be using the SBUF buffer. Now this is external memory timing for this 8051. So external memory timing means if 8051 is to be connected into with the external memory, then on port 0 we know A0 to A7 is port 0 is present on port 0, as well as D0 to D7 data bus is also there on port 0. So same port 0 will be used as lower address bus and upper the data bus also. Upper 8 bits of data bus will be provided onto port 2. ALE means what this signal will give you, since this is active high. So when you are providing high value on this ALE pin, it will tell you that whatever address is present on address bus or port 0, that is valid address. Then program store enable, you are going to enable the ROM, means since you are going to read the ROM locations from using this psend bit, means program store enable bit. Then whether you are going to read or write into that external memory, so accordingly this read signal or write signal will be set or reset. Since these two pins are active low, so active low signal is carried for read and active low signal is there for write also. So whatever operation you want to do, accordingly these bits will be set low or high. We stop here.